I'm the luckiest guy in the world. There's no other way to describe the experience that and the privilege that I have to be able to fly the F-4 Phantom in front of air show audiences around the country. I never thought I would be flying the Phantom. I'm a 20-year F-15C guy, and my career path took me to a place where I commanded the squadron of 82nd ATRS down at Tyndall. Started the transition training in it, I'm going, oh my goodness, what have I got myself into because of the technology digression from the F-15 down to the Phantom. After I flew it maybe 3 times, I go, this is awesome. The sheer power and I think more than anything else, the history that you felt every time that you strapped the airplane on. And there's so much documentation of the conflicts that this airplane has been in, and mainly in the Vietnam era, that I felt like I was flying a piece of history, and I still feel that today. And the privilege and honor that I feel every time I push the throttles up, be it just flying in Houston, doing the rides program for the Collins Foundation, or bringing the airplane to an air show audience, just is very, very special to me. Every time you fly a high-performance fighter, you don't get into the airplane and put a seatbelt on. You strap the machine around your body. You have to become one with the airplane. You don't think about making a maneuver by pulling the stick back or pushing the rudder or moving the stick left and right. It's more of a mind meld. I want to go there, and I just go there. I have no idea what I'm doing with my hands in a very mechanical sense. It's very simply, it becomes part of you, and you just do it. Both the F-4 and the A-4 belong to the Collins Foundation, based in Stowe, Massachusetts. But these jets are based in Wittman Field in Houston, Texas, and maintained by a great group of professionals and volunteers. The third A-4 was owned by the Warburg Heritage Foundation, and Mr. Paul Wood was flying that, who's a very talented aviator. Jared Isaacman was in the A-4, who is, incidentally, Paul and Jared are both 2 of the first purely civilian gentlemen that have checked out and got type rated in the TA-4J, owned by the Collins Foundation. Jared is a student of mine. I taught him all the formation skills, and to be able to bring him on my wing in an A-4 Skyhawk with the mighty Phantom was quite unique in itself.
Freedom through performance. At Cirrus, performance is not simply the measurement of a single design parameter. Rather, it's a total package. It's optimum balance of speed, efficiency, comfort, safety, ease of flight, and quality. We call it Cirrus Flying 2.0. Aren't you ready to feel the freedom?
The passes are so precise. You have to hit your entry point into the airshow box at a certain place with enough angles and everybody's set. So yeah, leading it like I was at that moment, it's a precise thing. So you're not really thinking about, wow, this is cool, I got these great airplanes and these great guys on my wing. It's like, no, I got to make my mark, I got to be smooth, I got to be on airspeed, and I can't be pulling throughout the whole thing. I've got to have my G's set as I start the pull, and so we can make a nice smooth pass and everybody has the best chance of being in perfect formation. It's a lot of concentration, I guess, more than anything. So my mind didn't really have, yeah, this is cool. After the fact, I see guys like you, put pictures out, and that's when I go, wow, that was really cool. But putting those airplanes together, you kind of lose. You have to just stay focused. You have to get out of the aura of, wow, this is kind of cool, kind of thing, and you just have to do your job. And we had 3 very unique passes, or 4 very unique passes that we wanted to do to highlight the airplanes. The banana pass, going from south to north, showing the top side of the airplane. Flat pass, going from the north to the south here at Oshkosh, to show off the side view of it. And then we did something that's kind of unique in a heritage flight. We did a belly pass, coming from the southeast going to the northeast. So we showed the belly of all 3 airplanes to the crowd, and then we came over and broke into a fan, and nice, graceful, split apart as we went over the crowd. It was just graceful. I think that's the only word I could describe it.
If you own a Cirrus today, or if you are considering the purchase of a new or used aircraft, consider this. Avidyne, in conjunction with the country's leading Cirrus sales and maintenance facilities, has launched the G3R9 program that combines the purchase of a late model, low-time Cirrus aircraft and the addition of the Avidyne Integra Release 9 avionics suite for much less than you may have thought, and certainly much less than purchasing a brand new aircraft. G3R9, combining the best airframe, best engine, and best avionics for the best value.
I came up here with several different types of airplanes that I was going to fly this week. I'm blessed. I told you that at the very beginning of the interview. I'm very privileged to have the talent to do it and to have the opportunity to do it. But the F4 Phantom, we came up with that. We came up with T-33, came up with L-39s, came up with the Paris jets, the MS760s, and then I came up with the T-28s. So I had 5 different types to fly this week. I managed to get in all of them at some point in time. It's a very busy week for me, but each individual airplane has its own individual group of pilots that you fly with, and they're all great. They're all professionals. They're all fantastic pilots. The T-28s we meet the weekend prior to Oshkosh in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, to do a formation clinic and work up to some of the bigger formations that we fly here at Oshkosh. T-33s, we kind of just show up. We're all the jet guys show up here, and we'll do a couple of flights early morning to kind of get warmed up for that. The MS760s, of course, Dale Snodgrass and I have the MS760 formation aerobatic team that we fly together with all the time. Each one of them are unique in their own way. I can't really say one's better than the other because they're not. You get more masses of airplanes with the T-28s than you do any other, so it takes more concentration of the briefings, it takes more orchestration, choreography, I should say, and it's less maneuvering in the air shows, where you get the T-33s and the L-39s. You'll find them more in the racetrack patterns and the warbirds in review. And then with the MS760, we do a formation act. We're going to do that on Sunday. So, and then the Phantom always is just a show stealer in its own right, based on its noise and its historic value of what we bring to it. So, again, I'm honored to be here. I mean, it couldn't have been a more satisfying experience for me to do it, and I just hope that can be the norm every time I come to Oshkosh, is to be able to bring these airplanes for others to see. It's not about me. It never has been about me. I've never done this for any glory or compensation or anything. I've done it for the true joy of bringing it to the people who deserve to see it the most, and that's the veterans.